Ha ha ha! You thought you were about to go into the video game. I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking of Superior 9000. I thought I was going to go into the video game that I'm about to watch. And to be honest, you are my doing fans. I'm just going to take you there right now. In style. Yeah. Style indeed. Olivia? Hello everybody everyone. Ladies and boys, girls, and true ages and all of them. It is me, Superior 9000, but you call me Superior. Yes, that's right, the game streamer that knows the future of becoming entrepreneur extraordinaire closer. Pro game streamer, actor, model, and convertible car fan future wrestler. Yes, that's right, my dear fans. You read title back once again, playing and continue the story series of I Wanna Hug That Gator. Now, before we get down to the video game business, just gonna throw down 3 phases cuts down that will be in return to add him at the end of the streaming session. And if you're new to this channel, please press the red button to subscribe, press the pop button to follow, and press the green button to like, follow, subscribe, and support. And which press those 3 buttons, you officially join the Superior 9000 Empire Corporation International Industry Enterprise, which are bigger, better, stronger, and more noticeable in the future to all other social media account platforms and game streaming channel account platforms. Now, enough to chat from your boys Superior 9000. Let's get down to the video game business and let's get to work. Oh, and before I do, if you missed the previous episode, do not worry, my doing fans. Your superior will leave that in the description down below so each one of you can watch it. And before you ask, yes, I'm looking at telling you, so I hope you got your chin gear on, and I hope you've been to the Lulu, and I hope you got your drink and your snacks. And I definitely hope each one of you are chilling out on that game chair, or on that sofa, or you chilling out and relaxing on that bed of yours. Anyway, as I said before, let's get to work and let's get into the video game business. The 3 dots. September 25th. It's been nearly a full month, and things are starting to feel natural in school now. At least, well, compared to my old school, except now I actually made some new friends. There we go. Then. That was all cough. I'm pretty sure we were good friends anyway. I don't really know how to measure friendship. On the outside of the party a few days ago, I wasn't having hung out with any of them outside of school. If friends just hung out at school and good friends did stuff outside of the school, where does that put me? Well, it's still early in the school year. I figured out our friendship conversation wait at some point. And it's not like I'm rushing either. Oh god, he's back again. Oh god, just shade focus! Leaving my current thoughts, I realized I've been in the middle of climbing a rock wall in the gymnasium. Well, spaced out again. Oh gee. Oh right. What a buzz rushing through my head. I'm okay. That's good shit. I peel yourself off by a majestic jumper and hit the showers. Phew. Made it just in time. Take my seat right next to Olivia and let myself relax for a second. Olivia is usually doodling away at her notebook. I take a quick peek at her new work, curious to see who she's trying to turn into a senator today. Instead, the page is filled with various scribbles of what looks like to be a rat. Then a piece of shade for its fur. It's just her head, save for white spots around its right eye. It looks like the same of the little note we passed around in the history class. It all shows its official pose and scenarios, some basics and some pretty creative. That one waving a cap and wielding a ridiculously giant swinging needle like a sword. Nika said, "These rats do at yours are pretty cute." We said thanks. Actually, it reminds me of who else I drew over the weekend. Oh, I love it when she smiles. It's so nice. She flipped a couple of pages of her sketchbook and holds it up for me to see. Much to my surprise, it's none other than Mia. That's quite surprising. Olivia decided to draw her as what I could only describe in the most flattering of ways as drugs into her lot. Her clothes are more ripped than her usual, so her jacket is filled with all kinds of unfinished patches, and her hairstyle is into a woody mohawk that only distracts slightly from her face full of piercing rings. Okay, I can see what she's drawing. That's okay. Well, I must say, we should all see Mia, especially in the previous episodes. I don't know how Ben sees it, but then again, we'll get to that part. We're going to say what Ben means. In fact, she has a couple of rings of piercing in her eyelids, to the point that I think it would be impossible to keep her eyes open from their weight. Let's not even get into all the tattoos Olivia has drawn on Mia's face. I mean, I love your creative way. It's just so funny. I can't help but to let out a smirk at the. What is it you like? She spotted a smirk as she looked my way. Yeah. Nico said, I mean, it's funny, but how can she breathe all those rings? Nico said, doesn't need to. She's full of hot air. And, oh, that's good. I like that. That was good. That was good. That was good. Oh, that was funny. The girl chuckled at her own joke. Nico said, I bet if you saw its steam would blow out her ears. It's like that joke. That's good. Olivia said, yeah, she probably stomp around uselessly and then do nothing else. Because it seemed like he had a pretty good idea on how she works. Olivia just said, she's just predictable. It's not a rocket science. Oh, it's them two. Oh, it's you again. I haven't seen you for a while. This is the first episode. And you. We were interviewed by a pair of students. I recognised them, though I only know one of their names. Oh, it's, yeah, Luna. Yo, Ika. Mayumi. So I saw what you submitted for the contest, and I just love it. It was so good, I had to show it to my friend. Yeah, man, I just had to come and see who made it when Luna told me all about it. And when she told me, I was like, oh my god. I just knew when I saw you had the artistic spirit. Being damn fantastic, especially for a newbie. I'm a bit taken aback by her backhanded compliment. We haven't seen you guys since the first day. So why all of a sudden you made a return appearance is a good question. It's still a compliment, but the first real one I heard since St. Helen. About my art, I mean. Oh my gosh, I never introduced myself, did I? Ah, Kira, okay. I'm Kira, so it's nice to meet you. Nick said, likewise. Yeah, cool. Okay. Nick said, it's not the great a piece, it's just something I had on hand. Ah, last minute. Yeah, damn, you're selling yourself way too short. You know what? Yeah, your work is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I'm thinking we should hang out sometime. And I said, oh, you stop trying to get into his hand. Oh shoot, the bell ringing soon. Already? Already, damn. Was it? Well, it was nice seeing you again. And keep up the great work. Be seeing you later. Yeah, be seeing you real soon, Nico. Kind of a smile as my new friends wave their goodbyes and depart. A heady feeling of joy washed through my head as I replied their words of praise repeatedly. It's quite. Why would a sudden to see in our art picture? But the question is, what are they up to? We haven't seen them in previous episodes since the first episode, so why made a return now? Something's up, my darling fans. I've got a feeling it's either this episode or maybe the next one. I'm aware, but we don't know yet. In the corner of my eye, Olivia's smile reflects the overwhelming cheer I'm feeling. What seems to vanish at the moment I look away. Olivia said, "Seems like you're becoming the talk of the school." Inko said, "I mean, I hope that I get some positive feedback about my work, but I didn't realise that it would be good." Olivia chewed her lip in a confirmation before turning to me. Olivia said, "Say, Inko, can I see your submission?" He said, "Sure, give me a second. Okay, I'm prepared, as I not only do I have a portable drive, but I finally set up my cloud drive for it. It's as simple as opening up the application on my phone and swiping to the exact digital copy to present it to Olivia. Ta-da! I consider it my magnum opus," Nico said. Magnum opus, if I get to say it. Yeah, you keep a copy of it on your phone. Nico said, "I've got my whole portable in cloud storage. I know it was a good practice from a couple of artists' blog. And so, what do you think?" Olivia said, "Uh-huh." Olivia squinted at my phone as she does her best to formulate her opinion. Olivia said, "It's nice. Cross off it really something." You mean composition? Olivia said, "Yeah, that. You do great, Inko." Getting a compliment from Olivia for my work feels a bit alien to me. But maybe, just maybe, this was the start of something new. That's true. Yeah, I can almost feel it now. Ikuji Nito Ace photographer capable of capturing a masterpiece through a photo lens. Yeah, it has a nice ring to it. And they must see the self-graduate grind because it drops. Olivia said, "Alright, you did good. Don't get it in your head." And the grin remains. She forced it off by elbowing me in the chest. He said, "Ah!" And he said, "I warned you." Let's go into the bros. With that accident behind us, Olivia and I get ready for the class. I'm pretty used to hearing that now, so I was ready. As it was, not by Mr. Alone began class with some fine absent school property. And the Dan said, "Good morning, good morning. Now let's settle down with an announcement to go over." I sit back in my seat, suddenly feeling over the sport of where Olivia smacked me into yet Bruce dish. As per the president continues and reading an announcement sheet like he did every day, I found myself lost in my own thoughts. Nothing else really happened that I considered out of the ordinary things that are new like to the school itself. I finally started to become London. Later at lunch, I went off my best sum up to Olivia while Damien's out getting seconds. Liz has retreated to her usual space in the rafter. Inca said, and then he says, "Oh, golly dumb." Olivia's hand flies to her nose, trying to manage to contain her snap and laughter. We have to admit to it, fellas. Look at that. That is a lovely. That's a picture right there. Look, seeing her feeling happy and feeling she's opened. Instead of the chain reaction of my own laughter spilled over my mouthful of chipped school burgers, Olivia said, "God, you suck at comedy and co." Olivia drinks liquid from her canteen to allows her sore vocal cords. Is that why you're all out of breath? Olivia, it was pretty laugh. Stick to photographically. You said you got a better one. The mood is slow to sell, but once Olivia has caught her breath, she speaks with a snug smile. Olivia said, in fact, I do. Olivia said, so a Triceratops, a T-Rex, and a Rhinoceros find a lamp. Her mouth clamped shut and her eyes wide. Olivia said, Olivia? Ben, perfect, I was looking for you two. Hey Ben, good to see you again. Olivia cast her eyes down to her lunch, sparing her mission meat roughly with a talon. Olivia said, hey Ben, what's up? And Ben said, I figured I'll come by and congratulate you on your submission entry. This again? I mean, it is my best piece, but what the price for it is still surprising me. It's accelerating all these comments and everything. You could, thanks man. Hey, maybe I'll be the winner of the contest. Because, what do you think, Olivia? You want to go if we should then shake his head. Something's going on here. I don't know what, but I got something doesn't seem right here. I just have a feeling. That's okay. Ben said, Principal wanted me to remind you that you need to clean up after yourself. Leaving messes in classes can disrupt the students in other periods. Because said, Scout said that. Why not tell Olivia herself? But she's busy and tired of reminding you. Yes, scoff and mention of our principal, yet keep her mouth framing closed. It must not be that important then. President Inco, I just spent my entire second period clearing up her mess because she's not taking anything seriously. I suppose not to be skeleton boy, and I'm certainly not supposed to be a personal janitor. Olivia just looked, and I'm left to throw Olivia giving Ben a sad treatment. Was I wrong of me to think she'd be more open with everyone else like she is with me? Ben said, do you know how hard it is to squirt baking soda out of the cupboard once it's dried? I dread to think, actually. Olivia was still silent and quiet. Ben replied, said, can you just try to make other people's lives harder? And I said, Ben, what the hell? I said, I didn't mean that. I went too far, sorry. Olivia tried shooting me in different gaze. Cracks a bit into embarrassment when I don't return it. Ben comments in a complete uncalled for. Just can't stand around if she's not even going to defend herself. Nick said, come on, Ben, leave her alone. Ben said, my point being, Olivia, this is completely ridiculous. I expect better from you. Okay, Ben, I think you are going a bit too far. I am surprised with you, Ben. I expect a little bit more from you, but you're going a bit too far, dude. Nick said, except how can you have expectations for her? That came out a little wrong. Ben said, well, I expect her to do bare minimum and not waste my time. Ben, man. Look, Ben, Olivia. Ben, that was literally, wrong, dude. That's wrong. Olivia doesn't even bother looking at Ben. Instead, she's just looking at me with a sad face until she quickly wheels away from Ben, man. Why would you do that, dude? I am surprised at you, Ben. I'm surprised at you indeed. Now, I expected more from that Mia girl, but you, dude, I am surprised. Ben, man, why would you do that? I think I went a little too far. Gee, you think, Ben? Bit late now. Bit too late. I know what you've done. Ben said, man, which is sight. When I left Strang here with a student council president, I wonder what I had that earned me Olivia just now. Because that's bad. Mia's really wanted me to have lunch with her today. She's definitely gonna give me an earful after school. He glanced at his phone and glimpsed at the notification. Ben said, spoke too soon, she's giving me one now. Well, you should probably grab your lunch while there's still time. Ben glanced up at one of the clocks in the lunchroom. There's only about 10 minutes of lunch left. Ben said, you're right, but the line's usually closed 5 minutes ago. His fist covered his palm infinitely. Ben said, use your vending machine out there, anything goes. Wait, anything good there. He said, I've been enjoying the Atomic Heart drug seeds recently. He said, but Damien tells me he's a bigger fan of the bitter melon bites. Ben said, bitter melon, is it? I don't think my tail could handle that mouth. I'm not sure. Ben gets up from his seat. I said, alright, I'll go check you out. Let's see. One of his feet gets caught on the stool, and he stumbled headfirst right into Damien's tray stacked it high with mystery meat. So he plunked through the tray. Oh my god, Ben, you okay? On the floor. On the right side, the mystery meat cushion is full. Well, that's right, he didn't know his face. On the dark side, the mystery meat cushions is full. Damien said, whoa, Ben, you alright? Oh, hello, everyone. Hello. Oh, okay. I dropped on my seat and go to help him. Ben said, I take a look around the cafeteria. All eyes on us already here. It started. Session members about the safety of the student council president that start breaking into cheers. I know this song and dance to the go great. It's over for Ben. Gets up and dust off his blazer. Ben said, not exactly what I meant when I said meet and greet, Damien. He said, oh yeah, you're right, sorry. All as soon as the entire attitude of the cafeteria shifted before my eyes. The jaws were reflected into the general amusement that permeated throughout the room. One of the nearby students stand up and hands him a few languages to wipe the face off. I said, hey, thanks. How does he manage to stay composed while going into school mission meet? Then again, I think during my school days, we never had mission meet. We always had like a mystery dicks. I can't remember what day it was. Was it on a Monday or a Thursday? Yeah, it's either Monday or Thursday. I think probably mostly Thursday. So we never guess what kind of mystery dinner we have, especially at lunchtime. I'm both impressed at college, not much in college, mostly at school days back in my day. But anyway, back in this, I'm both impressed and jealous. I said, you okay? Well, you couldn't eat meat. I said, nah, even if I swallowed any, it takes a lot more than that to really be an issue. Got respect for you, Ben. I said, I'll be fine, thanks. The corner food, though. Even has a bruises off the lunchroom grim. Ben carries himself with dignity. If that had been me, this guy had some seriously quick whip. No, there's probably a little more to it than that. Tim said, man, I was looking forward to eating that. I said, why on earth did you have that much meat left over? I asked the cafeteria lady earlier this morning to let me have the leftovers. Although now it's gone a bit of a waste. Her eyes remain the floor, some poor janitor going to have to mop all that up. So maybe. But don't even think about it. Okay, the bell singing. Oh, the next clash tolls. The fistfight of gang wars against command, and everyone stands and moves towards the exit. The cafeteria empties out. I can clearly see the Ben and meatloaf angled on the floor. There's a familiar wobbly detection feeling of my fingertips. My instincts had kicked in, and I was going for my camera capture moment. After watching a scene of a shame rolls over me. That would I consider capturing something like this, especially when it's happened to my friend. I get up from my seat with a heavy sigh and finally head for my next class. I bet we'll have time to clean up before the foot. So he's got 5 minutes though. Yeah, I love that trophy shuffler. I'm guessing in the middle was basketball, and I think that one might be flowering, and I think that's one is running, so I can't tell that one. On my way to the photography, I'm still a bit caught up by what just happened. I think I'm starting to see how bad accomplished that. I mean, ordinarily, an incident about it would just be detrimental to your social standards. On my first day, I went through something like that, an event of humanity people where spend rumors for days. Sure, they died out pretty quick, but the fact it happened, well, I think is fine. There's something you couldn't have seen coming just upend your life. Stuff like that can happen all the time to anyone. In some things that always terrify me, and some things that just happen to be Ben only. He was quick on his feet and diffused the situation faster than I could have ever really started. It's like disaster avoidance. I seriously think it's the most important skill one have. To have everything under control, to see trouble from a mile away and make it not an issue, even when it takes you by surprise. That's the sort of social capture is something I need. Maybe it's a little selfish, but if I were seen that way, any certain happening would be forgiven instantly. Of course, Ben isn't alone. The world is full of people with that skill. Only be by playing if I said that most of them deserve it. Most people able to get away with stuff using their unique ability for just getting away with stuff. You know, universe realities, they still do that. Like in this universe, as in mine. What should be seen as a blessing of social buffers just weren't another traits there. Chose it out of the jail free card. If I had the ability, I'd use it to push myself to my limits, both artistic and productively. That's my ultimate goal. Ben is one of the good ones, definitely. He's definitely earned my respect over this. The question remains, though, how do I get like that? Well, that's a good question, actually. That line of thinking cuts off as I round the next corner. Mia wanted to talk with Olivia. At the center of the hallway, so I see Mia and Olivia. Wait, what? Oh god, not you. Oh, why does it have to be you, get here? It's been a while since the last time we saw you. Jeez, what are you doing with Olivia? Oh god, don't tell me. I know those two shadow figures. Mia said, oh, come the fuck on now. No, don't be such a killjoy. I'm trying to be nice here. You ain't trying to be nice, Mia. You know nice. The grin on Mia's face is thrown at the stand before the wheelchair bound girl. Her tail lazily swaying as she eyes Olivia. Man, I never realized how lethal those spikes are on her tail. Look. After all, Mia said, after all, to be nice to someone as talented as Leah, don't I? Behind her, a pair of similarly assumed girls. Actually, wait a minute. Those two? No, it can't be. It is them two. I am surprising you two. They're Mia's friends. I've seen it before. Mia said, I mean, she knows her way around the planet Cummins. Right, Olivia? A particular professor here. Mia, That's you, right? I can't imagine how useless you must feel otherwise. I'm so glad you're able to put those thoughts aside and paint something you like, Mia said. Mia takes a step forward to Olivia, her pressured expression taking on more ominous air. Mia said, yet all for that talent and untapped potential, you seem to lack some sort of basic expertise of a functioning young adult. Okay, that's being respectful, Mia. Mia lips hard, revealed a cool grin. Mia said, I hear you've been really dirty, messy little baby, leaving your stuff everywhere in class and getting it all over the place. They should stick you in a cute little bib, Mia said. Loria laughed cheerily loudly at Olivia. You two, I am disappointed you two, especially you hanging out with her. Mia snapped her fingers, causing the two of them to go back. Oh, they're one of those kind of girls. I am surprised at you two. I still don't want to believe it. Those two, they were so nice to me. I could see their true colours, and I am disappointed. They are doing with Mia. I know them. They were smart. They know if this is what it looks like. It's horrible. If I was there right now, I would literally jump in. I was to leave Olivia alone, and I'll be like, I'm surprised with you two. You, I wasn't surprised at all. And they're not the kind of people to punch down like this. But they all decided to do this right. So what's going on? There is more to the situation. He takes another step forward, her figure now looming over Olivia as she looks down with a cruel sneer on her lips. He said, normally I wouldn't waste my time trying to single you out, but I'm going to use this moment to make you get the picture. He said, Benny was supposed to join me for lunch, but you had to stay behind to clean up after you mess. Man, you're disgusting, man. You're so disgusting. He said, you've got issues. You can't ride a bike, whatever. That's your fucking problem. Mia, that is so disrespectful, man. Stop making it mine, Olivia. He said, or do I need to start being a problem for you? Don't even dare think about Mia, what you're about to do. Yeah, does Ben look like your nanny? Mia said, well, she does come pre-packaged with a stroller. No, come on, Mia, that's crossing the line. Was it? It's not like she can stand up to you or anyone. Oh, come on, Laurie. I expect it all from you, really. This is the real you. I am disappointed. I'm disappointed in both of you. Well, he said, what? I'm chatting with live here. Mia said, but if I did hurt your feelings, I'm really, really sorry. Oh, come on, really? Kia back shook loudly and represent, while Laura and Hans cut her more to hide the giggle. He said, I don't take it so personally, Olivia. I'm just teasing you. Right, Liv? We're all just one big happy family here. Tuh! Yeah, right. Lord knows some of us here could use one. Oh man, that's just cold, man. I don't even know how to respond to that. I want to hear both sides of the story here. What history of me and Olivia have for a conversation like this? And even get upset by over her missing lunch with Ben is extreme, but Mia's friend amazed by her side? Please, Steve feed against Olivia isn't that bad. And yet Olivia says nothing to her. She has ever adopted knuckles her hands like I would join a proculating history lesson. There were moments where Olivia's tail would press into the floor, shifting her chair back or to the other side. It looked like she was attempting to sidestep the conversation with missing her tail, but Mia owns the movement to cut off her escape attempt. Mia returns to claim stare. There's no emotion, but the staring contest was a fight. It's on its own way, and the first to look away would lose. Olivia put indifference against Mia's piercing gaze. Gator ends up dropping her phone and both glad out simultaneously. A drawer? Mia said, Kia, I swear I'll kill you for one of these days. Neo takes the opportunity to move past Mia. Mia takes no time for her son and continues to spawn in his slot. Mia said, What? You're leaving so soon? No response. Mia said, and so quickly, that's almost normal walking speed. Honestly, thinking I need a cooler nickname to go with your need for speed. Okay, that's a funny Easter egg. I'm surprised they add that in. Hot Wheels, Mia said. It's an instant of Olivia stopped to the quick halt. Gun wants her stuck face in a place where her eyes wide with shock. Olivia said, How the hell? Olivia paced her flat. Mia quickly stepped ahead again, placed a foot onto her wheel. Mia, your brain dead, thin head friend told me back in the gym head. Sorry, a bit tough. Gym class. Because he went on about how you had it back when you were still selling your diapers. Honestly, I think you should embrace it. So it say. Olivia just went quite still. Mia said, Well, he was still quiet. Are you retarded, you stupid bitch fucking saying? Mia said. Oh, Mia. Oh, if I was in that school, oh, I don't care if I get attention, all suspended. You're literally crossing the line, Mia. Is it good? Do you need fucking speech therapy to say it? Or is it limit? Is it Hot Wheels? See, I knew you could say it. I knew that you could do it. Kind of fit in. I agree with the half of it. Leo's claws dig into her arms. Maybe that wasn't the point. Is that only half of it works? Mia turns to look at Kira and Nora, excited as some more jiggles from them. Mia, I'm sure you wouldn't mind us making it cool again, no, right? I mean, you were such a winner back then. Mia leans close, her voice a harsh stage whisper as she glares dagger through Olivia. Mia said, What's wrong, Hot Wheels? Don't you want to talk anymore? I am not good enough for you. Even from afar, I could tell Olivia is starting to lose her composure. Her tail lays limp on the floor as the energy holds drains away. Oh my god. I mean, this is bullying and so disrespectful. I didn't want to believe it. It's undeniable by now. This is a textbook bullying unfair. It's like when you are in a line to use the restroom after hours and hours waiting on someone cuts in front of you completely. It's excusable. This is part where I should step in. What do I even say? I have to at least try, right? It is my duty as a fellow student. Maybe I don't need to say anything at all. Just being present over layers against the whole. And it certainly wouldn't help if I got an even bigger target on my back. I don't care if I got a target on my back. Oh, fight me, I would. Olivia whips herself free from Mia's foot and continues down the hall. We just follow like the vultures. Oh man, I need to think and act fast. Well. Mia's my legs moved on their own and I crossed into the hallway. I suddenly noticed as Mia, you already registered my presence and her expression changed. My heart started to beat quicker and harder. Times up for being insidious. Defending will show support for oh god, why is that to be these choices? I hate these choices. Oh, it's so hard. Why? Oh, defend show support for I don't know which one. Why does it have to be a choice? Oh, what choice make do this to me? It's so hard. Oh god, this is gonna be so hard, but good. Great. I hate the choices. Why? Do I pick the top one? Or do I pick the bottom one? What do I do? I need to pick this. If I was in this position, what would I do? That's the thing. What would I do? That's the thing. I would literally choose both. I would, but unless this is a choice, I choose one. Defend Olivia or show support to Olivia? I will show support for Olivia. Literally, I would. I don't care what they say to me. I literally would. Even the same defending as well. But which one? That's the thing. Why is this? Why are the choices are killers, man? There was a killers. It's always been choices so hard indeed. And I'm surprised with these two, man. But at least I can see what they are like now. They're true colours. And as for you, Mia, I don't care if you're a female. I don't care where, but even if it's in the gymnasium or P room, where you want to call it, if we're in dodgeball, I'll take you down in a one-on-one match. I literally would. Disgusting little creature. So disrespectful. If I was, like I say, if I was at school, I would literally just, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna choose. I feel like my instincts tell me I'm more into that one. And if you are watching this, my Dora fans, if you ever come across this, it's gonna be a hard choice. But if I choose, I'm gonna go with this one right here. Because I feel like this is something I would do. This is something what Superior 9000 me would do. And to be honest, I would support Olivia. And to be honest, I would, and that's why I'm gonna choose it. As much as I want to go off on Mia and her pussies, Olivia wouldn't want me to try stand up for her again. Not after how I tried to handle it with Ben. Besides, I probably if anyone would and make myself look a fool anyway. So there is not much I could do. But what I can do is nothing. Say nothing, do nothing, just wait for Olivia to pass by. I feel like I don't know if I picked the right choice or not. She stops by the confusion, but quickly remembers she's currently on the run. When she passed by, I followed down the same hallway, slowing my pace to a slight fall behind her. Olivia turns to look at me with equal parts surprise and dread. I think part of her fears that I'm about to say or do something really stupid. Instead, maybe I'll give a warm smile. To pick up by that many people at once, all certain they are doing the no wrong, it's terrifying. In a moment like this, you should know that someone got her back. Even if I have nothing to offer, at least playing in the field will be a bit less small-sided. And that she has someone beside her. Because the hell? Kira, hey, I know that jacket. And I know that bullseye forehead from a mile away. The group started falling behind us. Olivia glanced over to me and I returned another smile. Well, small smile. Means, well, if it ain't Baldy. Means I'm coming to save the day or something. I don't respond. Instead, I keep my head forward and keep on walking with Olivia. That seems to catch me a bit off guard as I hear gears in the mid start to turn. He said, "Hey, I'm still talking to ya, Hot Wheels." The sound of shifting boots start to gain on us. He said, "Just because you have Baldy here now to protect ya isn't gonna save your hide." Mia said, "Neither him or any of you dipshit friends." I can see Olivia's claws digging into her armrest at the nickname, but otherwise she maintains her lair. The more we walk, the more obstinate Mia keeps blurting out and try and get the vice out of either of us. This is why you don't have any real friends. You're skipless molester. I don't know if Olivia has a plan because I can't fully understand why she's letting me walk all over her like this. I have to admit, but I remain steadfast and believe that she knows what she's doing. It's all I really can do. Mia said, "Who even want to be with a cryptid like you?" Okay, River, that's disrespectful. Mia laughing at her own words. And please change your mind and waste this bitch. Olivia's just still silent. Mia said, so you got something to say now, Hot Wheels? She surged. Olivia said, "Is that how you feel, Mia?" He said, "What?" Olivia doesn't say anything calm. She turns around and begins to wheel herself down the hallway. For a moment, I stand in place and watch as Mia tries to progress what happened. Even her posses look confused, unsure of what to say. You really got hurt, Mia. Yeah, definitely show that lethal bitch. Mia jerked her head to go and glared at them, angered by their pity comment. Then she stared me down with a dagger in her eyes. Well, that's my cue to leave. With a glance of headless chicken, I scrolled down the hallway to catch with Olivia. Right in the corner, there's no Olivia to be found. Where did she go? I still hear one voice echoing down the hall, followed closely by Mia's. Lorna said, "Mia, what are you doing?" Mia said, "Get back here, you fox!" Oh no, what? Oh no, wait, what? I'm not alone. Not with me. The dread fills me as I hear push through the predator heavy doors. Of course you would. Oh, why am I not surprised? The dread fills me as I hear the pursuing predator heavy footsteps approach me. I grab from the behind. I'm dead. He said, "Whoa!" So I finally pulled aside, right into the school elevator by the collar of my jacket. "Olivia!" he said. Oh, thank God, it wasn't Mia. He jams the key into the slot and smashed the button to the second level. As the doors closed, we hear Mia roar out for us. He said, "Next time I see those two again, I'll make sure that oversized cue ball has to use that wheelchair of hers instead." Thankfully, the elevator door closed shut and the car drove upwards before making its exit. I knew it. That's good because I knew I feel grateful to be in this death trap. As I catch breath, I had unknowingly held my eyes with the power of the silver eyes. And the killer was like, and he was like, I appreciate what you did for me about that. I'm surprised. Not sure what to say about it, really. Instead, I smiled back and nodded. In return, she gave me a half smile before recovering herself. Olivia said, "You should walk with me in the airfield now." How come? He said, "Well, you just became enemies with her. If she sees you, you'll be what I've got under her boot." Oh joy. He said, "Yeah, your best bet is just to avoid her now. This way, you stay out of the hallways." I appreciate it. Olivia, don't mention it. He said, "Wait, the enemy will stop me from beating the snot out of me in the entire rest of the school." He said, "Yes. We hear the someone else being of the elevator doors slide open." Oh, here. History class is blown as usually is. We continue to plan on some sort of history event, but most of my attention is on Olivia. She has the hoodie over her head and looks lost in thought. The attraction must have shaken her up more than I thought it would be. Part of me wants to ask if she'll be okay, even though I've already asked 3 times already. But the last thing I want to do is, prod at her. Soon the class near its end, and Olivia used her recommendation to leave the class early. Besides, we can talk about it after school if she wants to anyway. The more I think about it, the more I realise that I had my first real conversation with a bully at school, which is no surprise. And I heard once when we get into a fight, the first time you throw up from adrenaline. If it's a fine, but I feel about the same right now. With my head over to the tray saying then, "Geez, I'm a wuss." I stood up to mirror with Olivia and end up in this mess. Finally, class, and I'm set free for today. It's about after 7.5 main entrance. I'm surprised to see my friends huddled together in a tiny knit group. I usually don't see any of them after school. I always assume they left soon as the bell rang. They go, "Hey guys, what's going on?" David said, "Inko?" David looks extremely worried as he glanced at me. David, "Inko, you believe me, right?" Inko said, "Pardon?" Olivia started to flare with an expression now. David said, "I didn't mean for any of that to happen." Inko said, What's the matter, Damien?" David said, "When Mia asked about that nickname stuff from so long ago, I just blurted out. She didn't say she used it for something so unscrupulous. I'm sure it took me for more than a moment to figure out what was happening. I guess Damien feels capable for what Mia said, but why?" Listen, you don't know what that word means. David said, "Who cares?" Inko, really, I didn't mean for any of that to happen. Yeah, hey, I believe you, man. Your heart was in the right place. Olivia told us what happened with Mia, calling her some nicknames. He leans back over and unspread Olivia's hand, spread in supplications. Listen, she said you were there too. He said, I was, yeah. David said, "Olivia, you loved that nickname way back when we were kids." David was diminished with the more of her spunky eyes. Listen, he really didn't mean it, Olivia. I said, I know already. Was it so she brought out her while shop tea before gushing her more in frustration. Anyway, she flared out with a huff of hot breath again, and I could particularly see everything from her day finally weights on her. Olivia said, "You were just being you again, Damon. Sometimes I wish she won't, but whatever. There's a griffin to her voice once more, but she continues on. She holds a canteen up her lips, but drops it immediately. Empty again. Gets on her voice is back, but she press on. Olivia said, and the nickname is just that, a nickname. Just don't want to hear it again. Especially from her, and especially if it's just to get under my skin. Olivia stares at Damien for a while before breaking contact to a glance at Liz and I. Think, why not? Wait, did I say that? Why did I ask that? It just came out. This notice Damien is still organising his thoughts. Seeing as neither of the others are going to answer Grace in sight. Liz said, well, I wasn't around for this, but when they were freshmen in middle school, Damien and Olivia would take the bus every weekend to an arcade in the city. I guess he came up with the nickname around then and stuck to it. Damien said, that's half about right, but I didn't come up with it. I bought a chunk of change for us to play stuff with each other. A match on just about anything where was a quarter probably still is, but I don't think I won ever once. Once she stood to win something, it's like a switch went off in her head, and I never seen Olivia get like that. Some of the teenagers were watching too. They saw everything. A couple challenges her once and ran out of cash and joined up. She ended up clearing the house all afternoon. It was all she talked about at school all week until we could go back for more. Only took like a month for her to be recognised as some local champion. Sometimes along the way, people started calling her Hot Wheels. Don't remember really who or when, but I do know it's proof she's got that fire in her. Olivia just stared in quiet. He said, whoa, yeah, that? Damien said, I had fun back then. I guess I forgot I wasn't supposed to bring it up. Have things really changed that much? And you did it again. He hissed to himself. Sorry. You just can't help yourself. But you are right, that was the best of my life. The name Hot Wheels belongs to 10-year-old me, not current me. Because, hey, that's a great story. To be recognised so well that you get a cool nickname, it sounds amazing being a champion, especially being a winner. Why all of a sudden the distance from the title? He said, I'm not. He said, what? He said, I'm not a winner anymore. Is it because you don't go to the arcade anymore? If it is the one I'm thinking of, it's only like half an hour away. And it looks at Liz like she just recommend everyone watch the news Netstick anime. In Inco, well, it's the story of anything to go by. I'd like to see you be the winner again, Nico said. Elizabeth seemed to hinge for a moment. And Nico said, and I'm sure these guys want to see it too. Like the ones that drag you to our lunch table all the time, right? Okay, he's nearly over because he's afraid of losing that part of you. And Liz said, I think I'd like to see why you and Damon are really close friends. Nico said, yeah. And just as quick as I gained the bravos to speak my words left me immediately. Nico said, I think I accidentally put Olivia on the spot there. Oops. That's what I do that. Olivia said, well, the troll rolls along the ground. A bit of a conversation. But Olivia said, you guys really care that much about it. I wouldn't mind it from you guys. All at once, Demon light up. Yes. Alright, Hot Wheels is back. You guys need now referred to Liz and Inko. He said, ha ha. Ritual's dropped for a moment but quickly recovers. David, hey, if we get the name out again, we should go visit the arcade together sometime. He said, I'd rather not. He said, okay, then how about a better name like Death Roll? Lewis swings her tail around to tip him, but he's fast enough to jump over it. Demon's words flood out in common new nicknames for Olivia. To try and please her, many of which are shot down by her, would leave Liz and I chuckling. Question I get died down, and the four of us chat a bit more about the day in general. Eventually, Damon and Liz had their respective ways, with Olivia deciding to stick around. Most of the school were flattened after busier homebound rides all to their after-school activities, leaving Olivia and I all alone, which should be a good chance. Olivia said, hey, I'm all with you. He said, really? I mean, I don't mind, of course. There's no help. I think I'll study a few blocks away. Besides, I'm sure someone would beat you up and take your lunch money if I didn't. There's plenty of time to make it to the next train, so the two of us take it easy. It is nice. So I finally managed to break through on clouds and making the walk almost unseasonably warm. Man, I thought the last day I saw was a week ago. It was. I don't mind it's staying warm longer though. It was pretty great to me. It gives her an extra hard push, letting so glide and therefore long enough to stretch out her arms to back to the sunlight. I might have figured you liked the heat. They said, oh, what, because I'm dying now? Because, no, not like that. Olivia said, I'm just playing. Relax. You're pretty touchy on the stuff, ain't you? The two of us finally make it to the train platform, said as it is the real main street. I can see the train a few blocks away. I walk time up with its arrival perfectly. I just think it's important to be educated, that's all. He replied and said, even if you are what the early humans are at school. Olivia flashed me a cheeky grin as my train pulls up. I've got to admit, but her mischievous nature is a little infectious. As the train doors open, I leave Olivia with one final jab, something I know as she appreciates. He goes, hey, what'd you say, Hot Wheels? And he dodged out of the way of her slashing claws, stepping straight onto the train as the door closed. And he said, Inko, you son of a bitch! Olivia, get back here! As the door dang shut behind me, I could see a sort of blush of Olivia waving her fist at the train and began to pull away. Still, giggled and managed to squeeze myself into the seat next to a yellow scale woman smiling very at hot dog. You know, I may pay for that comment later, but the look on her face was totally worth it. As the school year progressed, the days started to feel like they're moving along much faster. Part of it may be a change of the season, however, the slight that change may be. What I can't say is official fall. The only thing I've really noticed was the increase of numbers of the clouds in the sky. Let's see the side where I put my fancy carbon fibre umbrella. Still, Things have started to move routine for me in the morning. Wake up through my clothes, eating breakfast before realising my stomach for the station with a feather like umbrella in the hand. Oh, she would get. And I wouldn't know it end up having another chat with Mr. Ferris on the ride to school. So, hello, Mr. Lee, how are you thinking this morning? Doing fine, sir. And thank you for how are you? So, I'm doing well. So, my niece told me every weekend that you and Olivia were in a festival sort of. He said, yeah, Olivia was being picked on by someone, but it's not a problem anymore. So, I see, well, that's unfortunate to hear. Strange consideration as such, though, when it to school gets an anti-student harassment program. And what is good is all that taxpayer is classmates are still banging on each other. Because if it means anything, Olivia knows how to handle herself. I was there to support her. That's fine. But the issue is the sort of things shouldn't be happening to begin with. That aside, Liz has gone so what if you still regarding Olivia, she's surprised at how angry she's gotten ever since that gets together at the Randall's place, I think. I wish you have something to do with it now. He said, maybe a little. Yeah, it was certainly a rocky in the beginning, but we've been open up to each other. There's no seeing it inside of her, even if it's just brief. I don't know, I take credit for that. Just we all have unique chances to make a change, you know. If you're good at spinning, and it itself something to be proud of. Because how do you know it's really a chance to do anything? Let's dive deep with the trouble. So it said, well, due to the usual scripts let out in an old phrase, a friend of mine once told me, if you see a fork in the road, take it. Yeah? Thanks, Mr. Ferris. Mornings, school days have become a routine as well. Save for periods of entertainment, see Olivia noodles and sketch in the art class, which Liz loses her mind to doing at lunch and talk shop with Ben. But now I forward to me I'd like to plunge because she's surely out to kill me. All said, I think somehow it's been my best school experience out of that, and I've lost count of how often I moved. Must be the fresh head the trauma. That's for today. Oh, it's been raining pretty often recently, so Coach made us play more dodgeball game. It was definitely good for me with the way she launched them at me with the speed of the catapult. I want to rewind. I want to take it down. I want to kick your butt at dodgeball. Yeah, I'm not gonna go easy just because. Yeah. The rest of the class probably in the spine against the curve chair. I take a short day because for some the period will end much earlier than usual. It also means we've got most of the period to slack off, do homework and do homework. He glanced at the desk to me. I hope to catch Olivia's latest artist masterpiece when I notice she's not drawing and instead only fidgeting. Hey Olivia, you seemed a bit nervous, everything alright? He was, yeah, sorry, it's just that I've been hearing rumours that the school drive might have been corrupted. I said, wait, really? They said, yeah, really. He said, how would something like that happen? I'm not sure, but I'm scared that it might have missed with the art contest submission. Yes, I think you should check out your entry on the website just to make sure it's okay. Technology, don't fail me now. I take out the phone and type in the school website. First thing has led me to an art contest tab. Can this loading bar go any slower? Find the page loads in and... Oh! Yes, it looks like the submissions have been closed. Is it what? Put the phone off Olivia to show her the page. The submission has been closed since voting started last week. Oh, I thought Mr. had spoken to me. Olivia will size up. Well, that's quite wasn't with the submission closed. There's no chance of any hacker messing with them. Olivia doesn't seem convinced, still drawing her fingers on her desk. Maybe she feels loads better when her winners are revealed. Speaking of which, when are we? The spell sound, the cluster being packed, the things allowing to record everybody into a single file line. Alright, everybody, we have a assigned row to stick together. We'll join the rest of the line and look back at Olivia, who seems to be stolen. Come on, I'll walk with you. I seems to stir something in her. She glances up to me with hasty, shoving a notebook into her bag. Lewis said, "Yeah, I'm coming." As we head out the door, I notice Olivia showing her hoodie a lot. So long looked to the outside, and despite the lack of best, most of the class spent off the seats to wear friends. I expected this and should make its way over to the back of the door where the other teachers are. Even are left to the struggle of crowd trying to fit into the theatre of the school. It's going to be difficult to find some seats. It's fine, I have a spot. Anyway, builds down to the pathway to which I follows to. She heads down until we get first rows of seats. There's a spot where a small seat would be with a handicap sign. I put the chair into the empty spot to which I'll take a seat next to it. There's the best seats in the house, right? Because I can't complain. As the hall with the small students many anticipate rises. Oh man, I can hardly wait for the announcement. So do you think I have a chance? Maybe the photography isn't super popular, but folds her hands on her lap, staring straight ahead. Her voice trails off. I knew that, but still, I'm hopeful anyway. Liz said, "Hey guys." I have to remind myself that this is normal. Because, hey Liz, I can't believe it's finally here. Gosh, I'm so excited. Yeah, me too, by the way. Where's Damien? Hey guys, no, how'd you... Oh, never mind. Dude said, "I'm over here!" David is far back at the auditorium, yelling and waving his hands at the air to catch. Yeah, we can see Damien. How's the view over there? He's going to get in trouble for that. Uh-oh. So, first, stand down! Damien, stop and take a seat. With temperature expectation, both sit silently just for a few minutes before Principal Scarlet walks on stage and taps on the standing microphone. So, okay everyone, got a whole bunch of important announcements to make, so I'll make them quick so we can all have an early lunch. As soon as the idea of going for an early lunch, it brought up the Principal Scarlet. The entire room goes as silent as Virgil. guess when it comes to an early lunch, it's serious business. The next 15 minutes, Principal Scott goes over the importance of events coming up in the school year. Okay, Olivia. Most of would consider standard things like whether it's small terms or bake sale, fundraising, or upcoming field trips, and even sometimes about new clubs being formed, such as Japan's animation. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's all. Not the best I've heard. If I say, yeah, if I say. Otherwise, it's all mostly boring housekeeping stuff when one got right to it. I almost wonder why such an announcement won't as a semi when Mood Sunny Swift in Sky's next big announcement. So I said, now that we got the main stuff out of the way, I saved the best announcement for last. Saying it's past to announce their 5 semesters for the annual fresh start of art contest. I never got, well, the only time I got that kind of announcement is probably a clap when my, in my school days, I got inducted into the Hall of Fame and got 2 rewards. Well, particularly, well, Gold Award and Super Gold Award, which applies you into inducted into the School Hall of Fame on the badge. Your name marked. But anyway, allow not to make an easy ring. Yet, I'd be lying if I say also, we're excited for a reveal of just who had made it to the semi-finals. Maybe I was giving myself a bit too much credit, but I really wanted to be among the semi-finalists. I can almost taste victory, in fact. I turned to face Olivia, prepared to cheer alongside her, but I stopped in my tracks when I noticed that none of us of her peers seemed to be uneased about the progress. I was scared even. Before I cast it why her son Queen's mood, Scarlet continued with her next word couldn't my train off. And we have the 5 semester list. Our semi-finalists. These are the 5 skillful students who have beaten all the other competitors came up, followed by the names of victors right above them. And I see no further submission in sight. At least I gave it a shot right. Liz, oh man, I didn't make it in. This neck drops down like a mashed noodle. Can't help but feel pity for the one that much slower. I suppose. Check my phone, I see D-Man. Tell Liz to come back here, but oh please, I'll love to back. Go to the back. I'm sure Damon's got a handle. So much in the mood. I look back to semi-final winners and can't help but be amazed by them. Each artwork is best right in their own right, and because blended wonderfully and the figure of beauty design. You can see why these were voted as the winners. The last one especially catch my eye. The cement landscape with the setting sun looks stunning. Not for a slight stylish on skyline, and as it could place into could probably pass off a real photographer with some of the plans passed over it. I'm no artistic yet, but if I were, I'd be able to it as a masterpiece and the easy best out of all of them. So let's give our winners a big round of applause. The audio fills with the usual kind of clapping one would expect in an event like this. Play with the underlying intelligence through one person felt fun to consider persistently high was will be displayed the winner art piece in my room 237. You're welcome to view them during lunch and after school today. I'll need to. Just going to continue the rest of the assembly announce the early events for the school and the other minor reminders. Behind me I see a teacher present themselves up and a task of getting some 2 100 hungry dinosaurs teenagers out of the room and towards lunch without anyone getting killed. Let's go fish and ways back to them signal it's time. We are going to adjourn to lunch. You all know how this goes. Don't know. Just going for the exit. Being in the first row, we are the first to get up. Further behind Olivia till we make it to the hall. You said, "Hey Olivia." She upturns a bit. She said about things earlier. She looks like a little pale. You said, "I wanted to check out the Wani paintings a bit more. Want to come along?" She goes for a moment. She goes, "No, go on without me. I need to use the restroom." He goes, "Alright, I'll see you at lunch table then." There are another staff down the hallway following the fellow students towards the lunchroom. Let's see, the principal said room 237. First thing I noticed is walking in the classroom after checking the gallery. Well, I didn't expect it to be filled with really good students. There's a decent amount of people here, about maybe a dozen or so. They finished a lot lunch. From here, let's take a look at the lucky winner. Pieces of order set on ease back up in the classroom. Some desk chairs are moved closer to the front to give each one its own space. One by one, I'll take a moment to give each panel to a view. Your total screen really didn't give much justice because now I can really take in the details of each one by being up close. The colour of the buttons pushboard saw an audience. Yeah, I can definitely see all the American shot in the first prize. But now it's time to see the one I've been eager to get a look at since it was first shown. Well, actually that's pretty good. Quite cool. Most of the lesson is made to explain why the colours of seeing more so defines painting the colours, most of which were finality of students of the meaninglessly of muted still lives of ordinary objects. It's a matter of mysticizing colours of organic lines, or if you were deeper into the piece of it, and it feels, although this would be a place I wake up to within a fractional dream. There's no regard to the force, the metaphors here, just a which are a measure of the critical expression and real beauty. I feel like my fingers are just a familiar weight of my DSLR. This is a piece that I want to memorize in my profile. Sound down the window of the contest in my eyes. Assume it's private who made this. It looks like this breathtaking shot of artist was scared by the semi-prize winner. Wait, what? That's a problem. But, Nico, I'm glad you stopped by. Looks like you're entering an art contest in entry. I told you the second most artist programs were unparalleled. Because that's not mine. Benson, what's not yours? I tried to say more, but the words wouldn't leave my mouth. His eyes front right to the front of the painting in front of me, and I watched as he makes the same relation as I do. But, like, Inka, you didn't? Did you paint this? I had no idea the star stood develop so well. If I had known. Inka said, that's not my entry. It's not. No, mine was a photographer. I said, but what's your name doing on this? Must be some kind of mistake. A million scenarios come to mind. Because they must have got the wrong names somehow. But if they did, I think the real artist would have thought about it now. Then the submission website must have been hacked or broken. But our school checks stuff like that. If it was, we would have known by now. And then said, you sure you didn't submit somebody else's piece by accident? He said, of course I didn't. Why would I do something like that? I said, you're the only one who can log into your account, Nico. Suddenly everything stopped. Wait, what the hell? My account? Did somebody... Relax, right everyone, we can get this sorted out, just don't panic. Ben lowers his voice. Ben said, but Nico, just be clear. Nico said, what? Ben said, you didn't just get a bit of an extra helpline. Ben looks at me through the edge of his glasses, eye to eye. Ben said, there's some real stake in the contest cheating is taken seriously. Especially fraud. I hate that word. The word echoed around inside me. Fraud. Makes me bone short. I just hate the word. There's genuine faker like they are all bad in different ways, but one is just tripping the original combination. He said, no, I swear I submit a photographer. Ben relaxed his shoulder. He said, alright, I'll make sure just... Sorry to alarm you. So how can go from a deadly serious droid role like a flip a switch? I said, you're going to be alright. Sorry, I need some air. Hey, feel free, I'll start. Okay. I said, yeah, thanks, man. No problem, take it easy. Ben asked me, and a smile waving at me as he stepped out of the room down the hall. For some time I followed him down the hall as I tried to make sense of what just happened. I asked him a question, why Nico's name is on that winning picture? That's quite the mystery there. I thought everyone actually liked my photography, but they all thought I was some kind of expert painter instead. I didn't even know how to express it. I feel empty. I thought maybe our hard work was finally paying off, but I submitted the right entry, so what happened? Did someone change it? And if so, how? It's such a good piece too. What even is there to be gained by putting my name on it? What is somebody through the halls? I thought of missing lunch passed through my mind, but there's a different sort of emphasis put in my stomach. Why is this rotten like me like it is? Man, it's not like I'm in trouble or anything, but it's helping me sort this out. I'm at a loss of what to even think right now. Oh crap, I believe you mentioned something about the server issue before. I couldn't see my submission, but was it just that maybe Olivia was right about to be worried? Or why else would she be nervous? Aim is what leads to outside the principal's office in a Galaga. There's that one cityscape painting from the start of the school year. The very first paint I ever saw here, and that's still one of the best. The cityscape that morphs the search of urban planning into a soft and utopia as the view from the eyes of a child. The sky would see a beautiful shade of crimson of the rain and clouds clustered along the length. It's an uncounted submission was the best painting I ever seen. This one comes close. I can't imagine the excitement she must have gone for the painting this back then. You know, for a while I got to have to experience. I got to step in the shoes of an artist much better than myself. Maybe that's was the intent. All the phrase approval, everything I've been wanting. Just for what I was given by an enormous stranger, whoever that may be. Actually, this gives me a bit of an idea. If I'm clever and Olivia's up for it, this can be a cool way to get her to show off her pain more. Everyone would like that. Maybe that's what she needs. I could act like a personal publisher for her, so she doesn't have to deal with people like that. Wait a second. We're down the empty hallway. I need to find Olivia. She couldn't possibly. Why me? What would she? Thinking about it only increased always the decision to find who I hope to wrap to Jesus isn't so. I hasn't checked out all the places where Olivia could be, but I can't find her anywhere. My hunt for her leads me to a second floor door. Looks like there's a leak breaking the pit off my stomach, and turned inside is my current situation. Some pattern of rain hitting the windows grabbed my attention to see a gloom-covered figure outside. My eyes wander along the school pathway, covered in mud thanks to earlier rainfall. Wait a minute. Those look like tracks in mud. Outside, a dark overcast has rolled in. The forecast called for an on and off rain during the day, but pretty gunly cloud. It makes it look almost dusk around. Crap, what am I wasting time for? I followed the trail with an uncertain feeling that the rain will wash it away. It looks like it goes down the whole pathway. I gnawed my clothes, becoming progressively damp, and the water collecting on my shades. Eventually, around the curve and lead towards the bridge and see a suspicious item at the end. Wait, what the hell? A wheelchair. Wait, that's Olivia's wheelchair. And top it on its side. A new fear grimps at my bone, but the mental image you provide by that sight. Those cool force pushed me up and step faster. The human, possibly even my rational mind tries to preserve me. Went across the deck, my breath caught in my throat. When I reached the middle. Oh, okay, she's fine. She's on the ground. Head up and down. There's damage and soaked from supplies scattered all over the walkway. Oh god, is she okay? My foot shifted, trying to force me closer. I slowly head lifts up and the sound of my shoes squeaking on the floor. Oh god, Olivia! Inco! The tear-stained eyes stared at me with a dead expression and her voice sounded weak. Nico said, Olivia. I feel like I can finally breathe again. Slowly, Olivia pushed herself up and I noticed she's laying on top of a pile of paper, shredding. The feeling of relief slowly fades away and I know just why I was looking for her. We stay silent, only for staring at each other as the rain continues to bear down on us. Olivia in tears and quiet. Inco, same as quiet. She simply sit there, letting herself grow more and more soaked from the rain. Inco said, do you want to talk? Olivia said, no, not in the open. grabbed my combat umbrella from my backpack and unfolded it. It didn't do much to dry Olivia off, but at least she's not getting more soaked. The bones placed between us and the element against the ledge are forming a personal canopy above us. He said, here. Inka said, here. Now, we're alone. There's space next to Olivia. Take a seat. It's odd. We sat together before, but sitting on the ground in the rain. And the room is just a little catastrophic. But there's a paper melted onto the pavement soaked by rain. Before torn apart with and waterlogged, and a hand sort of make out a tree, a rough sketch of one, and anyway. Like the one that stood probably in the false submission. Because I'd so. So, you did do it. They said, Inka, please, I can't explain. Oh, please, Emily, please, no. They said, I didn't have a choice. He said, what? They said, I know what I did was wrong, but I didn't have any other way. He said, it wasn't a choice to not trick me. She avoided looking at me, focused on the scrap of papers spread about the floor like... He said, it wasn't to trick you, I get it. You're mad at me. Olivia, we're not mad at you. We're just surprised. He said, I'm not mad. I'm just confused. I thought we were good friends. Olivia said, I wasn't expecting you. She paused to give her throat some, and her usual water bottle isn't anywhere nearby. A shaky breath exit her mouth. Olivia said, when you came around, I thought you were no different than the others. Oh, Olivia. You were some self-centered, a prejudiced midwit who only cares about his image. That's when I got an idea of using you to swap out your art with mine. You didn't seem like the kind of person who cared about how he gets the attention from others, just that he gets it. The description of my cat feels really reductive, but the ache in my chest tells me it hits a little too close to home. Olivia said, but that's not what I'm thinking of you now. He questioned quiet. Olivia said, Ladigan is the one person I can trust. So when he went to bat for you, saying we made good friends, I was worried. What's so special about this guy? I honestly got scared he'd be wrong. That's you, be just like everyone else. I'll be setting myself off for a failure. But worse than that, Inka, I was afraid he'd be right, and I have to face what I've done to myself. And now I've gone and done something like this. Olivia, yeah. Okay, switch my contest entry. She nods, swallowing hard. Olivia, I wasn't thinking. So I think was out of balance. I think I've created all my work. My own little world was suddenly changing and I had no control of it. I just had to do something. I didn't know I was doing that. I'm sorry. She stopped to progress my words and continued. Olivia said, I knew I'd get caught. It's stupid. I was hoping for it's even. someone to figure out that it was swapped, so it would be changed and everyone would be none the wiser. She turned to face me with silver eyes welled with tears. Olivia said, "I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. Olivia, we don't hate you. I just don't want to go back to being the person I used to be. The person who didn't care about hurting you." Her head tilted downwards with a final hitch of breath. Army claws against her grip and her knees in a painful display, and yet Olivia took back any sound she makes. I shuddered with every heavy breath from her, and I realised that every last defensive barrier she had completely gone. Olivia lays herself bare, leaving only the crying girl desperately trying to silence her painful tears. Oh, Olivia, why did you do this? Why do this? Oh, why is it always the choice that's so hard? Especially a baby like this. Ugh, you're killing me. Oh, I don't know which one to pick. I can't hate you. We don't want to hate her. There's no way we want to hate her. Oh, why are you doing this, Olivia? Oh, which one? Do I pick that or that? Oh, I can't decide which one. That one. Or this one. Which one? Oh, Olivia, we don't really hate you. We care about you. Iku cares about you. I'm going to hate myself for this. But she sounds like really telling me why she did it. I don't want to push her issue too hard, but if not now, when? He said, I just want to know why go through all the trouble. He said, what were you trying to accomplish? I mean, you grip my words as a pin, grim on her face, drive home the mistake she made. Even if I'm in the right to ask, I feel like the feeling for pressing her, but out of respect for Olivia, Olivia's feelings, I stand steady, because to back down I would to be gentle like her, and all those people in the past have done. Olivia said, I want to see people through of my art without knowing that I was the one who made it. He said, why would you want that? Olivia said, it isn't obvious, it's always the same thing. If I always take a deep pitch. Olivia said, oh, what, so you are so talented in spite of your condition. This time it's higher shadow tone. Olivia said, amazing, it's like you ain't disabled at all. Oh, Olivia. My voice returned to time, went down to compent. Olivia said, for all the kind words, it always came back to those empty platitudes. It's never felt like they care about me or my interests. It was always just blind praise because I'm doomed to never measure up to the same level of expectation. The worst of it came when I found out I couldn't even fail on my own. Oh, Olivia, I know the feeling. The sound of her own tears will paper off the floor enhanced hearted words. Olivia said, even when I'm potentially doing something wrong, someone always there to pick up after me or to assure me it's good, it's certain light. She writes more off the page with every sentence. There are just old sketches from through the years. Nobody else has to live with that paranoia. Olivia, in a universe, there are people out there, even humans, who've got special conditions. I'm one of them. But I'm not even afraid what they say or anything. If I was there with you right now, Olivia, you have my full support. Trust, love and respect. That every position is positive word, positive word spoken in action taken to help you out. It's just someone acting out to obligation or insecurity. It got so bad at one point, I was almost being forced to accept these freaking accreditations. I just ended up shot what a little maze of the pages at home so instantly. There was a cussing everyone out. I'm never going to come out on top, and I'm never going to be allowed to fail. Nobody allows to feel anything but pity for me when they meet me, and guilt when they even consider not just giving me a free pass. Nobody has any agency, and that is just how things are. The bell rings from a distance, signaling the end of lunch. In my mind, I can feel the sound of our classmates grumbling and complaints as they shuffle to class. Instead, I choose to listen to the rain, how the soft pitter-patter of the droplets land on top of my umbrella, before slipping gentle to the ground. Around us, it turns out that sound along dimmer ambience and over wetness has turned a tiny path I would snush into a near alien local. I wondered to myself if this is why Olivia came out here. In a small way, all of her work seemed to revolve around an average place, but altered with unnatural and beautiful overlayings, created from a familiar, and yet adding in a fascinating cure. I looked over to Olivia, who also seemed to be lost in thought. Nico said, "That does sound pretty tough. You're going to be alright." No, honestly, that's only the start of it, but I don't want to. No. You want to know, right? I want to tell someone, anyone. Right now, it's just Lincoln. I'm sure he's sick of it. He said, alright. He said, this crap even affects my family. You said that like you don't think they are. Lewis said, they ain't, no. I can't change that. Shite. Olivia said, you are right. I should be a bit more grateful to them. But at the same time, it's like I know all too fucking well. I could just hang out at the place for as long as I need to after the graduation. They are just too nice to not. And an arrangement with my actual father could probably last identifiably. They said I could just dench for some from society and leech off everyone around me forever, and it still just be a pity and guilt. Nico said, but you saw them at the pool party. They love you and they care for you, Olivia. Olivia said, I know, and I hate it, and I want to love them back, but I just can't. Not now. I've already wasted so much time, and wasted so much who I am. I suddenly turned around in my last year. Olivia, I want to just get out of their hair and not waste their time anymore, otherwise. I'll be the one hurting them, wasting all their patience and kindness for years like I've already have, and I've never been in the wrong. Who the fuck wants a free ride through life like that? And that's all I have waited for me resolutely. Damn it, why am I telling you all this? Olivia clutched her throat, her voice has gone strained and weak. It hurts to speak at all, but she's just been letting it all out. It's okay, Olivia, let it all out. Hell, what am I doing just watching? I'm such an idiot. I went through her inside of my backpack again until... here it is. When I walk by, I offer it to her. She eyes it on the ground, then goes to drink. The whole bottle is finished in one go, and she dropped it in the ground pile of trash. Olivia said thanks. I give a silent nod. She looked off the distance, going to pick it up, her train of thoughts. Olivia said, that's why I had to do it. I had to know if I really was good at something for once. Really genuine, good for false praise, no prior social relation where I thoroughly fluttered so everyone else can feel better for it. I had to know my art was real, that I could be something for real, that I have a real way out. Not going to assume me all the time it's good enough. Why didn't I listen to him? He probably knows everything by now, anyways, he usually does. Honestly, taking all of this in at once is challenging to digest, to say at least. He could have said, you said you expected to get caught. He would have said, yeah, I said what I wanted to be. I wasn't even sure that people would see it if you caught it fast enough and switch it back thinking it was a bug. Then you started getting all this praise out of nowhere. Because yeah, I did. Seemed a bit sad in retrospect. Olivia went, Yeah, around then it really settled in just how badly I messed up. I tried to get you to notice it by showing me a submission yourself. Then you just go to the office to get it changed. Nobody would get hurt and end the story. But of course you still had your own safe. You're always just so prepared for anything. She gestured the crushed water bowl. The weeks go by, you get more praise and I get more nervous. Then today, and Olivia's hand finally fell into the lap limp and spent. Here we are. It's my turn to say something, I guess. I just don't know how to process all this. It's not like the friendship comes within instructions. My own thoughts are muddled, pushing to find some way to comfort the girl before me. And yet to comfort her would be, like people had done in the past. It's so confusing, and frustration and pity mixed have our sleaze in my stomach. It's nauseating. Pity for a girl before me that has wronged me, but not out for the real malice. Frustration at myself because Olivia was right. I would never an urge side of me I wasn't aware of. No, I want to do something, but I want to give her a hug. Oh, Olivia, man. Olivia, dear. Ugh. Why? Why are you doing this? I don't know what to choose, this one or stay for Olivia or let her fall. Fail. I don't want to let her fail, it's just no. Ugh, God, why is it so painful? Mm. Ugh. Okay, I'll pick this one, see what happens. What's line on Olivia said earlier in the creation? You're going to tell the Princess School though. Olivia finished it a bit. Olivia, the principal, why? Nico said, about what you did. You said you expect to get caught. Olivia said, we can't tell them officially anything but that. Olivia shifted in her spot. Nico said, why not? Olivia said, if they found out, it's all over. Nico said, isn't that a bit extreme? Olivia said, honestly, it'd be the end for you too. It's my turn to flinch. Olivia was getting worked up again. New fears started spiking through her eyes. I don't need to ask. Olivia answered anyway. Olivia said, you didn't talk about it until now, after it's Lily graduated to win. With the stakes it took, it looked like you were committed, Olivia said. Or worse, like it was your idea. You would be fraud. There's that word again. Fraud. I hate the word. No. That word all over my record is insane. When I'm about to have to find a career. Fraud. But even so, it isn't the right thing to do. I can handle it. Don't worry about me. Please, Nico, no. There's more. I told you, I'm not eligible to even enter. I've already won before. I got the notes and the money. The winning piece is featured on the cover of the Vocabulary Monthly, and I even get an article. That's more than a scholarship. It's a foot in the door. They can't do anything about the money. It's long gone. But if everyone knows what I did, and it gets to those magazines, she sleeves out the hoodie and starts staring me dead in the eye. Olivia, I need to graduate. I fucking hate it, but I need it. That's my only way out, my only way to actually go somewhere. Because you're putting all your eggs into that one basket. No, there's no other basket. I can't risk it. I know, I just carried on about why does nobody let me fail but this. It's serious. Why can't... No. Please, Inko. I can't lose everything over this mistake. I just can't. I can't. Forward. God no, that. I hate that word. Okay, but it isn't. It. It grabs the side of my jacket and yanks herself close. Please, Olivia. I just took the umbrella over it, slide a few feet away in the breeze. Makes her almost lose her balance and fall over onto me. Her breath is erratic. Olivia, listen to me. Please, I can't lose this. I can't be doomed to be nothing. This is all I have. You can't go to someone about this. I'm begging you. She took me towards the ground, closer to her. My jacket's starting to tear. I get very excited by how her hands are quivering with fear as they grip tightly at my coat. It's my fault, okay? Not yours. You don't need to make it your problem. Please. Because, okay, nobody else has to know. It'd have to be our little secret. Olivia exhaled, let go. All at once she slumped down. I have to hold out my arms to stop myself from falling. Olivia ends up slumping over my lap sideways. He goes, hey, you okay? No, I'm really not. The girl tried to push herself up from my lap. My attempts only ended up with her twisting on my legs and turned her face and chest upward. She must have been exhausted, as her attempt to blow her hair from her face is unsuccessful. Olivia's like, God damn it, is this what it's all come to? I got away with it too, fuck up, just like Ben. He said, you have the energy to get up. He said, not yet. Olivia said, what's wrong with Ben? How are you like him? She exhaled hard. Look, Ben, it's all his fault. All of it. Wait, what? If it's not for him, I wouldn't be this thing. Some worthless heap unable to do anything with nothing and nobody. None of this would have happened. It sounds like something I shouldn't be prying into. He goes, you don't need to tell me. I said, yeah, I don't. But I did this to you, I should be honest. He goes, can you get off my legs first? I'm starting to lose the feeling. Olivia, you too. Get here. No, fine, can you help me up at least? To leave her shoulders and help her back into her sitting position by me. She just leaned back against my shoulders. Sorry, it's been a long day. I guess it's fine for now. Where do I even start? That Ben. I don't even remember how we became friends, but we definitely hung out a lot in my last year of middle school. He didn't even care that I was in a chair, didn't treat me any different. He was cool. He was what was the issue then? Olivia butts my chin with her skull. Let me finish. He was cool, but in freshman year, back then Ben was only in the student council as a secretary. I was looking forward to that early art show. Worked all summer for the perfect peace dreamscape. Damien was heavy in her. Disdain was heavy in her tone as she said its name. He said, yeah, it would. Olivia said it wasn't supposed to. Once again, her eyes were full with the rage this time. Her mouth clicked shut as glared at me. Her eyes closed and her tone was once again sorrow. Olivia said Ben started advertising himself as my friend like it was some part of his own personality. The sight that escaped her carried years of repressed anger. Olivia said even his friends started doing it too, like being around me was an act of charity that made them better. He eventually told me straight up I'd give him that. Her voice shifted again, but this time instead of a voice lampoon, someone it was in that area closer to Ben. Olivia said, I'm utterly down on my luck. Not even a week later, people started walking up to give praise to my submission. It was the first time in a while when I've gotten a compliment from my work. I thought submission was going to win. It was exciting until Neighbour showed me an article in the school newsletter written by a certain student council secretary. Half of it was basic crap, but the submission other half was about me. Ben had written the longest search about the talented poor girl in a wheelchair and primarily worshipped me for my determination. Surprise, surprise, wins by a landslide. Even with my peaceful one, all I could remember was that feeling of just being handed a victory as charity. My whole summer all that effort just overshadowed, and for what? A safety net that I didn't even earn. He really thought I was going to thank him. That's the worst part, honestly. As if I would, after using me as a stepping stone to climb the social ladder. I couldn't even take it anymore. I told him to get out of my life, and I just gave me this look. I never forget it. Genuine confusion, like I was an alien for being upset. But what he said, this is your only chance of succeeding out there. I want to give, just to give it all up. But by then, the money, the exposure, his fucking safety net, I just took it. He was right. He was right, and I hated it. I really, really fucking hated it. So that's what between me and Ben and Olivia. Nico said, I figured it was something, but jeez. Olivia said, after that, I just couldn't. I shut everything out, everyone out. Oh my god, Olivia, my dear, why? Olivia, darling. Everyone was fake. Everyone didn't want to know me. I exist as even my own family. Hell, it's all his fault, all of it. Well, he said, well, what? That's it, that's the truth. I just want to graduate and get away from here, from him. He ruined my life. Because of him, I'm not Olivia. I'm Olivia, the poor, sad cripple. That title was forever fixed to my name. Oh, Olivia dear, why? He said, come on, that's not true. I mean, you are right, it's not. He said, you are Olivia. Olivia said, no, that's also not. I'm not Olivia. I'm God funniest joke. Olivia, don't say that. I nudged the umbrella back to us. Goes back into the spot properly, but up between us, we create the carriers shield us from the elements. Olivia looks to me, a reaction. That was sort of the speech given by someone that had years to think about and hold it in. And it was one she's been waiting to give to anyone willing to listen if she just trusts them. Or her pent up against the guy that ruined her life. At least at the moment she couldn't just take it anymore. Can't get much worse than this for her, but she trusts me. What she needs to hear right now is oh my god, these choices are so hard. Oh, Olivia, darling, why are you doing this to me? Why is it getting so hard? It's killing me. Ugh. Must be a good friend to you. Guess I'll take it back again. All of your life, your own mistake. Ugh. I feel like the tolerance is a bit more now. Uh, mm, which one? Hmm. I mean, I want to be there for her, you know, show the support and everything. She does, Olivia does deserve a happy ending. Especially in this series, my daughter fans. She really does. I don't know which one. You're not screwed with this one. I take my sunglasses off and lean forward, placing a hand on her shoulder. She takes a moment to gain the new sight and looks right at me, as in whatever I'm about to say. He said, "You are not a joke, Olivia." Olivia said, "I appreciate your trying and all, but it doesn't matter. Damage has been done. All that shit is what made me into a nihilist. I wouldn't say you are a nihilist, Olivia. Plus, I don't think that's what the word means. You're still enjoying something." Olivia said, "Got a better word?" Olivia said, "Well, there you go. Yeah, that's beside the point. Ben did something horrible, but he didn't take your agency." Olivia said, "Are you saying that I ruined my own life? Is that it?" No, it's probably up with me as she urged back. She wanted to get caught in the act. Yet Olivia looks at me as if I just spat in her face. I said, "Just what the hell are you getting at, Inko?" "Why I'm getting at, in fact that you can't keep using Ben's sheet choice at a crutch." Her breath catches. You need to take the responsibility for your own life, who you are and what you want to be. My words catch Olivia off guard and kept coming unbidden now. Because you say that you are this, yet you draw these amazing pieces that reflect these realistic fantasy worlds. And you say no one wants to know you for who you, but you know you have. Papyrus, Elegance, Liz, me. You can really blame any of that on Ben. Even the art contest. Ben didn't yank some evil string off fate and made you swap out the submission. You made yourself do it. I know it's hard. I have trouble with this too, but please, for all of us, take responsibility for your feelings, Olivia. Shit. Damn it, mouth. I tried to have lyrics staring at me, hung open at what I said. I tried to backtrack. Fuck you. Someone completely head raised from the shoulders, and she glared at me. Her eyes harbour. They are looking for something to lash out. But they are trusting. Yeah, fuck you for being right. I know all that, damn it, and you're a second to say it. Her eyes would her head to her shoulders. Damn it, Nico, Olivia said. I'm certain to put her against me, even using her arms to tuck her legs closer. Olivia, you and Olivia had... Fine. You're right, but... How do I start? I have no idea what shall I do. My voice sounded weak, but there was a conviction hidden within it. Honestly, she should mourn me for what I said. It's what she wants. I can do this. Well, listen, what do you think is wrong right now? Olivia said, you have to be more specific. He said, alright. What about Damien and his family? She hums in through. And then there's Liz too. All of them would probably like to hear your thoughts. It was yeah? What would they say though? Whatever you are feeling. Hell, just being more open in general would be something. I can feel her throwing, but also nod against my shoulders. It was fine, what else? Nico said, and Mr. Gator. She coughs. He probably already knows. What are you thinking? Yeah, he reads me like a book. Nico said, but he probably likes to hear you say it. There was a yeah, he would. And he said, and me too. Olivia, you got your turn. Said, you told me just now, but I'd like to hear more about you. You're my friend. No, right. Sign now. Give her a woman growled before she sighed. Olivia said, I'm sorry, Kel. For all the shit I put you through since you got here. For being a really shitty friend. For you having to put up with me. I choose to be friends, Olivia, so don't apologise for that, Nico said. Olivia looks up at you, thought for the corner of her eye. Nico said, Ben can't take your interest and you can't take mine. Nico said, I'm choosing this. Ha! You're silly. Her words strained, not from lack of water. The regret in her voice was raw, along with, honestly. Olivia said, thanks. Nico said, and I forgive you. And once again silence. I thought my sunglasses to make whenever I should bother with giving the rain. Might as well, I guess. They have a prescription after all. We just lay back and listen to the patterns of the rain against our little tent. Just hear her and I scream the words that done so much to crush her. And she's really leaning against me. I crane my neck so I can turn and look at her. She looks so peaced now, even with this mascara and wet hair. I'm starting to lose the feeling in my arm. Come on, Nico, just ignore that, stop with it. And watch her like this is... What's that, a snort? I guess she would be pretty tired. It's been a long day for both of us. Even if it's only the full period. Did I do the... alright? Things turned out pretty okay, but I'm anxious. The best I could do is be there for her. In that case, it's letting her have my shoulder for a bit. Pressed up against me. My eyes slid close and I tried to lose myself in the pitter-patter of the rainfall. Olivia said, Oh my god. Olivia jerked herself up and started covering into a fist. Fuck. How long? I guess about 5 minutes probably. No, Jesus, no. Olivia, don't be. Olivia said, you know, I remember when you got in onto me. We were just sitting near you back at the party. Yeah, shut up. Because it looks like you are proving a bit. Olivia bonks the umbrella, making it splash a bit onto me. Said, hey. Because anyway, we stretched our arms. Please go quiet again. Olivia finally breaks the silence. Olivia said, I know you said you forgive me and all, but I still feel like shit putting you through all this. Not everyone's going to expect you to be skilled at painting. They called you a fraud. You said, oh yeah, I was trying not to think about that. But damn it, it's all my fault. Olivia rests her arms over her knees. I'm surprised she managed to bury her in long, slanting them. An idea hit me. He said, what if you told me for real? Olivia raised her head from her arms. Was it taught you? You painted for real? Like you said, I had expectations to fulfill. Would you teach me how to paint like you did? and do it that way? I don't know. I tell you what, I'll forgive you if you teach me. You already said that. He looks down in confirmation. Olivia said, alright, I'll teach you how to paint. But you should know I'm a lousy teacher. Because you've seen my work in class, I'm a lousy student. I've got a feeling it'll work out. He said, hey, don't make it weird. He said, yes, Professor Harlock. He said, stop making it weird. I tried to play for a shove by her. After everything was said and done, things became quiet. Beneath the silent umbrella we relaxed together. At least until Olivia began shivering uncomfortably. I sit and watch as she takes her power shift them to her side with one hand. The tail comes around and pressed into the paper floor before keeping her upright as she starts to lean forward. Finally, with the strength of her tail and one arm, Olivia lifts her hips from the floor and swings her shine fully beneath her. She smiled as she kneels over me. Olivia said, "You're just going to sit here?" I guess I was griping stupidly, but it's just so fascinating seeing a girl know herself in these odd yet well-practiced ways. I'm kind of jealous actually. I wish I had the tail to do some of the things she could. I pressed my hand down on the floor and pushed myself up. I don't know why I had the thought to stand, but instead I shifted myself to a kneeling position too. We're face to face now. Oh, there we go. For a split second, I feared the worst as Olivia drew me into a hug. I don't know what should we do but this. I like this. To be honest, if I was in that position, I would like this. I literally would. But how strong her arms are. They are wrapped around my chest. It feels especially tender. My own arms around return her to face in a semi-soft way. As her arms loosen, I draw back, though. I don't want to take my hands off her. That was nice. Don't make it weird. Sorry about that, huh? What sound the rainfall hitting the umbrella. My ears suddenly picked up those noises of what sounded like squeaking. I look down and see that there's something shoving in Olivia's pocket. Oh, hello! A little beast emerged from its hiding spot with a squeaky yawn, to which Olivia offers her hand for its use as a platform. Hey, little guy! Nearly forgot about you. Had a nice nap. He could, I'll say that. No, oh right, you two haven't met each other. Nico, this is Guts. Oh, hey, Guts. Guts, meet Nico. Oh, hi, Guts, Nico said. I could wave at the president looking rodent. Aww. Olivia lifts Guts out to her shoulders gracefully and, like her hand, is an elevator for him. You brought him to school? He said, well, yeah, I just really needed him today since, you know, all the crap that's happened. She gives Guts a few scratches under her chin. And I bring him sometimes when things get rough. And nobody noticed? Olivia said, you haven't. True. I think I did once. He just told me to not let him run around the school, otherwise it would be considered a health hazard or something. Oh. The bell rings. Out of the distance, we are late for our next class. Says, I'm sure Olivia will understand. Okay, we should probably get back to class. Okay, here, hold this. I give Olivia the other so she had the right can. Say dry while I'll go fetch the wheelchair. Oh! Right now it sells sort of into the mud. This wheelchair has definitely seen better days. I just scooped off the dirt from the water best I can and make my way back. Lou said thanks. She offers the umbrella back, but I make sure to hold it above her. I keep the wheelchair steady with one hand as Olivia climbs into the seat using her tail end to help herself up. We stand in the rain in silence for a moment, only to share a content glance. Olivia said, "So, what do we do about the contest now?" I said, "That's a good question." Ben was there when I saw my name on the painting. He already went to tell someone. So, like you said, no harm, no foul. Olivia said, "What about your own submission? I ruined it." I scratched the back of my head. To us, I would say, "I don't care about that. I care about you. You're my number one." Ika said, "It wouldn't have one anyway. It's just a picture." Yeah, oh, I thought it was pretty okay. Who knows what's wrong? Olivia sent a strange flash of heat to my face. It's not unpleasant, but again, those honest words from her really do cut out through me for some reason. Ika said thanks. And I'll scoot towards my ear guts as he stands on top of Olivia's shoulder. Yeah, huh, you too. Royal smoke stretched across Olivia's face. Olivia said, I think it means good is saying it's actually so. And go, hey. We don't cut him some slack because Inco didn't have any time to make anything for the contest. He said he's got some high standards. We said, yep, it's why I've gotten so good. Cheers to the outfit. I don't know which of us spoke first, but our laughter fills the air hard, heard only by us, and the rainfall cuts off all noises. So, what now? I don't know. I don't want to go yet. Still pretty worn out. Small crossed my face as a wicked idea come to mind. He said, well, too bad. He said, what? I walk around behind Olivia, grinding like a mad idiot. He said, Inko, what are you doing? Inko! Her head tries to follow me as I stand right behind her chair. Like I said, I figured that pushing your chair around is really freeing, so how about I help you out? Olivia pushes and looks away. Olivia said, fine, but just for today. Return to the campus was certainly awkward. I should shoot us to look. It's not the most common screen to see a girl in a wheelchair just roll on in soaping wet and tracking mud in. It's more likely, though, it was because said girl has taken to using umbrella to hide herself from those looks. She was already extremely red in her face. It was a common drop in the umbrella and let people see her. Or keep it up and draw more attention. I shall name it the Nitrotherium. She's going to kill me if I ever attempt to publish it. Whew. But making our way back to Olivia's current class, she simply shook her head, still a cousin head. I didn't really have much choice from all that. I knew of the girl her last classes were all on upper level, and she was in the position of the average key, and I was in the position of the weakest needs here in St. Anne, at least according to the coach side. So I wheeled her to my photography class. On the way over, she keeps bending her head back to peek at me, like she's making sure I'm still there. Knocking on his closed door, the professor didn't even bat an eye at the poorly hidden girl. He simply stepped aside and let us through. Ben was looking our way, but I choose to pay him no mid. After everything I heard, I'm surprised with Ben as well. Olivia didn't registered he was here. She simply rolled herself to the back of the classroom and thought a door into what I always guessed was a supply closet. You know what? I'm an idiot. It's dark room, isn't it? The stares off my other classmates, and thankfully, as our teacher continued his lecture, taking my own seat, I focused on looking down. As much as I could, Monroe kept my distance the whole period. Just before the bell rang, Lucas stared me dead in the eye. He points at the stern figure directly at me, then to forward a single "You stay." Hmm. Um. Hmm. Hmm. Don't know what I should say or should I do wrong. Hmm. Um. Let's see. I don't know. Trust. You know what? You know, why not? I think, yeah, I'm definitely going to save it here. I feel like, yeah. Yeah, definitely going to save it here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and teenagers, and all of them, I am going to end the video here. If you like this, then I'm going to have to my face down cards. First, I have to my first face down cards. Describe me, Wolfstone Legendary, Crystal Nightwell, Futurist Champion, and Pokemon and others, but wait, I'm not doing just yet. I have my second face down card. Please press the red button to subscribe, press the blue button to follow, press the green button to like, follow, subscribe, support. But wait, I'm not doing just yet. I have my third and final face down card, which I'll leave this in down below. What was that? And there's what? This is Superior 9000, the game streamer that nobody knows in the future, becoming entrepreneur extraordinaire, influencer, pro game streamer, actor, model, and provider broadcaster, and future wrestler sign out. Okay, everyone, take care, stay home, be safe, wash your hands 2 minutes away, and of course, most importantly, and I'll repeat most importantly, and remember this, wear a mask, and I'll see each one in your next video fine. But before I go, I have one thing to say. Lots of pro game streamers like myself, Wolfstone Legendary, and others can do big things, especially online video game streaming. All you got to do is type in the search, click on a channel, and see what video game I'm playing them. Okay, everyone, take care, bye, and peace, and GG, and I'll see your views, each one of you, on the next episode of I Wanna Hook That Gator. Thank you for flying Superior Fantasy Chat. We have you enjoyed these videos, support, subscribe to this channel and other platforms as well.